Hello lovelies and welcome to the new installment of Swan Creates. In this video we're going to talk about books, not just any books, art books. And I've seen this trend on my break when people are showing their art books, and here's mine. It's not that impressive, but it's what I have, and I'm actually shocked with how much I have. One of them isn't exactly an art book, but I use it for art, so does that technically count as an art book? Does that make sketchbooks art books? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Interesting questions. Okay, so let's get into the books. I like to go in order. I like size charts, but like whatever. So anyhow, I went looking all over my rooms to collect these books, and here they are. Let's see this. Can you hear me? Are you my boobs? Okay. So first and foremost, we have this grey. Wow, I'm going to be so dark, but like. First here we have Grey Legs by. This is the behind the scenes for Grey Legs. We'll see the Grey Legs book coming up. This is the kind of booklet you get once you back the Grey Legs Kickstarter from Dina Nolan. I love this book. It's extremely fun. I've been following Dina for years, and I've seen the progression of how her character, why did I forget the name of it? Ava's character progression went, and you can see how it started and how she ended up. There's the final picture of Ava, and I highly recommend this book. It's really fun. My nephew likes to look at it. I remember when she did, there's an illustration for this on her YouTube channel. She's no longer on YouTube, which I'm sad about, but not understandable. But like, yeah, so this is the behind the scenes, and I like to read it because it gives me motivation to actually start my own. I've done a bunch of storyboards, but I haven't like drawn out the storyboards like these. But one day. And then, oh gosh. We have like extra information for Grey Legs. Wait, not Grey Legs. This is the Snowcat Prince. I backed that Kickstarter as well from Hushbird, Dina Nolan, and it's so pretty. Look at it. So it's just like extra information, extra sketches from the Grey Legs book. So here's the Lion Prince. I forget his name. Snowcat Prince, I just said it. Snowcat Prince, and here's the Fox Girl. And this book did not end the way I thought it would be, so you guys will be surprised. Highly recommend. I don't think you could get the behind the scenes anymore. It was only with the Kickstarter, but it's really nice to look at it. Especially like, look at that. Look at the transformation. She gave me so much extra informations about it, but like, it's just nice to flip through this and see the idea, because I don't know, this is just a simple sketch and look how cute that is. Alright, I'm showing you guys too much. I'm just going in order from smallest to biggest, no particular order. So next we have this, the Herbal apothecary, that word. It's not an art book, but I use it to like look up herbs and stuff, and I really like it. It was on sale in Araki for $50. This book for $50 in Araki. local books. And I'm like, yeah. It has so much like information, and the pictures are beautiful. And some days I just like to thumb through it and just randomly learn about an herb. And it's really nice. It even has some recipes and stuff inside this. I am really into like these things, so this is like for me. I love it. And the cover is so pretty. I did pick it up because of the cover, and then when I opened the book, I said, next we have Swan by, I forget how to say, Coco, this word, Glez, Coco Glitz. And this book was very helpful to me, especially with this break that I have, because it talks about how you can be overwhelmed with social media, with making your hobby your job, and it's just really, I look so dark. So beautiful that's all. And yeah, so this book was really helpful. I totally forgot I had this since when I was cleaning up my bookshelf. I was like, oh yeah. No, I display it because I love it. Should I show you? I tape it because when it's up on my bookshelf, it like slides and bends out of proportion, and I don't like that. So I put some washi tapes on the corner, and I'll show you my favorite page of this book. There we go. Favorite page of this book. I love her art style. It's totally different. It's the same but different, you know, her art styles will be. And yes, it's just beautiful. It just tells you a nice story. It's not an art book, it's like more like a zine. And it's really good. Highly recommend. I don't think she has it anymore, but if she does, you should check it out. Take it back. Next, this one is an actual art book. It's Creative Watercolor, a step-by-step guide for beginners by Anna Victoria Calderon. And this is really nice. I've actually done stuff like practices. Look at her art. Look at that. That is so good. From this book, I recently did this butterfly because I found it really cute. And I did the watercolor wheel. I'm trying to find it. Alright. And I also did this. This is what inspired my blog post for how to make your own watercolor wheel. Hint, hint, you know. You could go over to my website to check it out on my blog. And while you're there, you can sign up for my newsletter. Shameless plug. So anyhow, this book was really good, and I love her art. Look at these pages. Look at these fuller pages. I love her art. I love her art so much. Like, look at it. Look at that. So she has a new book on Amazon. Well, she has a new book available, and it's about color harmonies, and I want that one as well. But like, look at this. Look at the recipe. She watercolored some recipe. And watercolor is my second favorite art medium after gouache. So recommend this book. It is available. Now here we have the actual Grey Legs book. It's shiny. And of course I've taped this one too. So here is Ava, and this is Grey Legs. My nephew likes to say he's a chicken. But then look at his feet. Yeah, makes sense. He calls him a chicken. Or her. Or they. Slash them. Normalize using pronouns. And this book is super colorful. I watched the videos. She just randomly whipped this up, guys. I remember watching Dina doing this book, and she said she didn't even plan out these birds. She would just draw. I'll show you a page where the page, right? It's filled with birds. Right? She said she didn't even planned it out. She was just drawing, and then she would just add these random birds. And every page is just birds. Weird looking birds. Birds you won't see anyway. But I like it. Like, look at these little things. Look at these creatures. Like, and you can see how colorful the book is. It's really nice. And here's a better picture of the Grey Legs. So it's just really weird how this book, and I was like, okay then. Okay. It's an important message, but I didn't expect a children's book to be so kind of graphic. It's not totally graphic, but it's kind of graphic. Then we have this is by, I don't know how to pronounce it. We know her as GDBEE online, but her name is like Geneva B. And I love both of these books are the exact same thing, but they have different covers and different bindings now that I look. So which came first? Right, so I bought the book. And there's my customized sketch in the middle. And yeah, so I bought the book and it got lost in translation, and I told GDB, I was like, hey, did you send the book? Do you have any notification? It got lost, and then she sent me this one. It's the exact same inside, it's just different colors. She sent me this one, and this one reached, and then months later, this arrived. I'm like, okay, this was way before the pandemic, so it's not the pandemic. I got both of them. But like, yeah, I love GDB. She was one of the first black artists I saw, and her art is amazing. She has a new art book that I want, and it costs like over $400 to get it, but that's just to buy it, not even counting how much to bring it into the country with, you know, customs. And I'm like, it isn't available now, so it's like not on my mind, but I really want that book. I want everything about it. I'm obsessed. So you can see it's just the same on both. It's just what I'm feeling to put in front. And I'm really, look at this book. Oh, let me show you this. But you can literally find all art online. Just look up GDB online. Oh, I lost it. It was right. There we go. I love this page. Alright. So, this one, those of you who are fans of Star versus the Forces of Evil, this is the big book of magic, you know? I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw some of the art on Pinterest, and I was like, people was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful, Star in that dress. And then I learned I could get it, and I bought it. I'm not gonna lie, the cover is ugly. I never liked the cover of the book. It looked good in cartoon form, but in real life, it's ugly. And it has a jacket, and on the back of the jacket it has like some cards where you could, I forget what you could do. I think you could like tarot card problems, but like whatever, I guess. That's not really my thing. And the art in this book. The art in this book. This is Eclipse. Let me show you Star one. If I could. Ooh, this is not Star. Look at this art. Like, come on. Can you blame me for like gobbling this book up? Yeah, Moon, Queen Moon is a bitch. Don't really care for she, blah blah blah. I understand her struggle, but she's like not nice. Here's stars. And here's the butterfly. Star butterfly. Yeah. There's even a part in the book where you could turn yourself or a character of yours into a princess. So you could just like draw where you will be. You could come up with your own wand, your own unicorn. It's not unicorn, I forget what it's called, the name of the thing. And you could come up with like stuff for yourself. And I just love this book, and it have more information about other queens before Queen Moon and other than Eclipse, Festivia, which is like, if you know the lore of Star Butterfly and that show, that was so good, but they ended so stupid. Yeah. Then we have even more GDB. This is, I think I backed this. I think this was a Kickstarter. If not, I bought it through the website. I can't remember. It was a while ago. So this is her book called Terms to But I think it was a Kickstarter. I can't remember. I really can't remember. So this is just even more of her art. Yeah. This is just in the cover right there. I'm like, her art just makes me feel happy, you know? And this is what, kite just passed by my window. It freaked me out. Okay. So anyhow, this is one of my favorite illustrations of all time. I love this. The pose on the jacket is heavily influenced the star catcher, star maker, star creator painting. Like, look at it. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, I gushed about GDB. And talking about GDB, Ali and the Gator. This is a kid's book that she wrote and illustrated by herself. Story and art by Geneva B. And the story is not to my liking, but then it's for children. But I really love the art. It's so painterly, and I've tried to do this, and like, it comes out horrible. Look at it. It's so cute. And the fun thing about it is that I showed my collection of all the art books or art of hers that I have, and she said, hey, would you like one of these books? And I was like, hell yeah. And she sent it to me, so this is like extra special. That's why I have a display, always on display at some way. So thank you. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're not, but thank you. Now we have the Snowcat Prince. The Snowcat Prince. And I know I backed this as a Kickstarter. And look what it came with. Ow, a map of the entire place. Like, come on guys. I don't do D&D because I don't have anybody to play with. I always want to do D&D and I don't have friends. But anyhow, this book is beautiful. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. I don't like him. For most of the book, he was presumptuous. He's not the worst out of his brothers, but he wasn't that nice. I thought I wasn't supposed to like her, but love her. So like, for some reason, this book, look at that. This book reminds me of the song, I'm on my way, especially this page, because they're showing them moving, so they're walking from here and there. Look at this beautiful field. So that song, I'm on my way, mostly because of Shrek. When Shrek and Donkey was moving, they used to play that song. Look at the colors. Yeah, I do not regret thinking this book is always on display right on top of that shelf there. You can't see it, but right up there. And I just love this book. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I won't show you that page. That's too much of a giveaway. Right. So I bought this book when I thought I was going to get into calligraphy, because stupid me thought calligraphy was easier than drawing. This was before I was actually drawing, and I was like, calligraphy is so much easier than drawing. No, it's not. And right now, for me at least, drawing is easier than calligraphy. Yeah. And this book have a lot of helpful hints. I even like this book is nice. My niece liked to use it for like her assignments in school, and I will use it once or twice when I'm writing thank you notes to my patrons, which, by the way, join my Patreon, hint so bad. When I'm writing notes to my patrons, so I can like give them a little fancy razzle dazzle or something on the cards as a thank you for supporting me. And yeah, they have the basic breaking down stuff. They have practice pages which I would photocopy and practice on. They even show you how blocking works, so how you can just make blocks to what could be visually pleasing for you, and then write your letters in those boxes. And yeah, this is very informative. I don't regret this purchase. I just regret that I'm not into calligraphy anymore. So yeah. Oh, there's even chalk ones. Chocolate. So if you're into calligraphy or just want to dabble in it, I recommend this book. It's really nice. And of course it's the cover that got me funny. But it's still good. And last of my art books is, can I even show this on YouTube? Can I show this? The Anatomy for the Artist. Anatomy for the Artist. I bought this because I was watching a lot of art book videos. That was years ago, and almost all the artists had this book in their possession. Even Bailey J, who I love, have this book in her possession. And I was like, okay. And the description got me. It said that it doesn't go in depth. It just gives you like a understanding of the human body. They don't give you like the neck bone connected to the thigh bone, the thigh bone connected to. I know it doesn't. It doesn't make sense, but I'm just saying. So I don't think I cannot show you anything from within this book. I cannot show you anything. Everything in this book. But I can show you this. I made this for it to be long enough to go in the book, so when I read, I know to save my space because I'm Ravenclaw. I can show you that. Okay, I can show you feet too. So here's some feet. So this is what they'll show you. So here you have feet, and you have this little see-through. So you see, oh, look, some legs, and oops, this is what below the legs. I love that. So you can see how it joins. Did it help me? I have no idea. I just looked through the book, read what was interesting to me, and learned. Ooh, love these sketches, like these loose sketches. Nice. Would I recommend this? Would I recommend this? It's not for me. This doesn't add nor subtract. Oh, I can't show the back at all. This doesn't add or subtract for me. I don't go through this book enough. I never really read it. I just looked at the pictures. Because, look at this already. Look at this fluent page. But like, the photos are by John Davis. John Davis, you're the one that got me really hooked in this book to look through it. Sarah Simlin, I'm so sorry. The words are too tiny, and I'm like, I'm bored. I saw a very raunchy page. Wow. Oh, the rib cage. So if you're into these kind of stuff and you're an artist, I recommend this book. This book, it's nice. I love the cover. I love the cover. Did I say I love the cover? He looks so strong, and all he done is squatting. Like, love the cover. Yeah, that's it for today. That's my art book collection. Do you have any of these books in your collection? What would you recommend for me? Ooh, and just as I finish, it's going to rain. Hey lovelies, so I didn't like how that video ended, so I'm redoing the ending, and my tone is subdued because World War III has broken out apparently. So I filmed 4 videos in February before the attack on Ukraine happened, and I edited 2, which was the one the week before and the one that's coming up in the following week, so there's no mention of it. And yes, so I cut off the ending of this video because it was rushed and bad to talk about it a little bit. Not much. There's like to say 2 things can happen at the exact same time. 2 things could be true at the exact same time. What Russia is doing to the Ukraine is horrible and inhumane and totally and completely unfair. And then on the other hand, even though Ukrainians are running for their lives, even though they have to fled their homes, their memories, they have to leave some of their family members behind, they still found time for racism. Yeah, so a lot of people want to disquest this and said there's only Eurasian, or I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Eurasian citizens first, but they're not checking papers, they're checking skin colors. Because I'm pretty sure that not all Ukrainians are, let's say, blonde hair, blue-eyed people. Black people are held at gunpoints to not cross borders. They're sent back into the war. They're pulled off of trains. They're denied access. They have to wait hours in line while people with fair skin are allowed through. So it's two things can be correct at the exact same time, and that Ukraine is going through a very horrible, disgusting time, while they're also making time for racism. And the media is not talking about it. The media isn't talking about it. If it wasn't for social media and TikTok apparently, and Twitter, especially Twitter, that's where I first heard about it. It's on Twitter. We would never know this was happening. So my prayers are out for the Ukrainians or what's happening in Ukraine, especially to the black people who are detained there and not allowed out because of the color of their skin. Oh yeah, so it was fun. It's so hard. I didn't like what am I supposed to say anyhow. It was hard to like. It was fun telling you what art books I have. It's so weird to just go, oh wait, yeah, I did art books, and okay, so I would like to thank my patrons so much for supporting me. I was able to finish my illustration for the month, so you can follow me on a Patreon if you want. I don't really know, like, how am I supposed to be normal after what's going on? And it's just not in Ukraine that's happening. The US bombed another country the same day that Russia invaded Ukraine, so I'm like, so you know, join my Patreon, I guess. Yeah, I'm like, what other book should I buy? I don't know. This is just all over the place. So I'm sorry if I bummed you guys out at the end of this video, and I really don't know what else to say. So bye. Life of the fair, funny friend. Life of the fair, funny friend. Alright, let's lift these books from. Holy crap! Oh my god, this is so heavy. Oh my god, this thing heavy. Try to